Good morning, class. Thank you for your time. My name is SelenaR, and today I'll be introducing to you misconceptions about herbal supplementation. So a little bit of background on me. I'm an HNFE major here at Virginia Tech, so I'm really interested in understanding the interaction between food and even supplements with the human body and how that plays key roles in nutrition. So our objectives for today, we're going to be able to work with and understand the definition of herbal supplements. And on top of that, we're going to understand how that can be beneficial to your health or even harmful to your health. And we're going to be able to distinguish between effective marketing strategies and those that are falsely marketed. So a pretty simple definition of herbal supplements. It's a supplement for dietary needs that derives from a plant source that's used for either its taste, smell, or therapeutic properties to treat an illness of some sort. So before we move on, I just want you guys to take a moment to think about maybe your pantry at home or your medicine cabinet and think, do I have any herbal supplements that I use regularly? So I know for me personally, I found honey and chamomile tea in my cabinet. And so honey's not traditionally oh, that's an herbal supplement. But since it has plant derivatives and the interaction of pollen with it, it actually can be used to treat things like allergies, seasonal allergies. So it is effective in that way. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about chamomile tea later. So harmful effects of supplementation. Herbal supplements actually are not regulated by the FDA. And this is because they are not actually a traditional medicine form. It's considered a homeopathic approach to treating an illness, and because of this, the FDA actually just is not responsible for it. So this actually has a lot of negative repercussions, such as their possible drug interactions. And so that's really bad because quite actually the label on supplements, it does not even have to say if it can cause negative effects on your body when mixed with certain drugs. So in addition to that, the companies can say things that make false claims that their supplement can do that actually can't do. And so along with that, I'm actually going to pass around one example of an herbal supplement. This is cayenne pepper. It's kind of funny because I heard you talking about cayenne before. This is actually an example of an herbal supplement that is effective, so you'd be happy to know. Cayenne pepper works to it works in your gut, and it kills off any bacteria that may be harmful. So it's very good for you. But as you'll see on the label, it does not say FDA approved. It comes in capsule form. It's very interesting. So so now we're going to talk about drug interactions. Ginkgo is one herbal supplement. This is how it's commercially sold in capsule form by Nature Made. It's plant-based here. Modern uses, it's said to treat Alzheimer's, treat sexual dysfunction and multiple sclerosis, and it interferes with a lot of pain medication, specifically ibuprofen. So both ginkgo and ibuprofen work to slow blood clotting, which is a good thing for ibuprofen and what it is supposed to be doing. But the side effect of having very reduced blood clotting is that it could cause very easy bruising or bleeding. So if you don't understand this drug interaction, you maybe overdose on the ginkgo because you think, oh, it's natural for me, it's good, but whereas it's actually not. So another example, St. John's wort. So this is originally a flower, as you can see. It is ground up and put into capsule form, also sold commercially by Nature Made. And St. John's wort is said to treat depression, anxiety, and sleep disorders. And it has interferences with things like antidepressants, birth control, and digoxin, and seizures. So we're going to look a little bit specifically here at digoxin. Make sure you guys got that down. So that is used to strengthen the heartbeat. And St. John's wort actually works directly against this by decreasing the absorbance of digoxin in the bloodstream. So as you can see, it really just makes it so that the drug is ineffective. And if you got your digoxin from your doctor and didn't tell him about this herbal supplement that you were taking, it would actually just, you can see that it's not a good thing. And another example of a drug interaction is with fenfluramine. This is an antidepressant drug, and it increases serotonin levels in the body, and St. John's wort also can increase your serotonin levels in the body, and the effects of having too much serotonin could even lead to heart problems. So that's not a good thing. So now we're going to be talking about false marketing. Some claims of commercial products say that garlic in capsule form can help treat cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, asthma. These are chronic illnesses that frankly are very rarely even reversed if you have them. So it doesn't really make sense for them to be saying that garlic can treat them. While garlic does have pretty significant antioxidant properties, it is not really going to cure diabetes or cancer. Like, that's kind of outrageous, right? Some scientific evidence has shown that it can treat respiratory issues or help with blood pressure, but significant effects, not so much. So chamomile tea. So personally, I drink chamomile whenever I get a cold or if I have an upset stomach. And these are common beliefs by a lot of people, but research shows that there's actually minimal effect, and even very little research has even been done on humans to prove that chamomile has this effect at all. So that was a little bit disappointing for me to find out, just because I thought that's what chamomile does, but it's actually not backed whatsoever. And so back to the basics here, the do's and don'ts. Do read labels. Do consult your doctor about possible herbal supplements and drug interactions, and spread the word about the potential dangers of herbal supplementation. Don't take herbal supplements while you're pregnant, ladies. It's very bad for you. And don't give herbal supplements to infants. And don't assume that they're all beneficial. Be safe, guys. And so hopefully, now that you've learned something, you can appreciate this joke. Ginkgo is said to reduce Alzheimer's disease. So, someone's trying to get the discriminators. And Native Americans. Thank you.